No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. I'm your host, SwampSwimmer, and with me, as always, the Roadrunner to my Wile E. Coyote, Vespasian.
I'm always amazed that we haven't done these ones yet. That's a good one. Hi, everybody.
So it's been a while since we have had the opportunity to make some battle reports. It's been, I think, over a month, but whatever. I think we both went on vacation, actually, in this time. It was just family time. Anyway, you know how we like to talk about random shows we're liking and enjoying. Because I actually went to Spain, if anyone wants to know about that. And going on the airplane, I had some opportunities to watch some shows and movies, binge watch some shows and movies. And I've got two that kind of stood out to me. So first, as all you probably know, I'm into science fiction fantasy movies, but I'm also into, I guess if you give me a good solid drama, you can even categorize it as like Oscar bait movies, like, the movies with the feels, crying. I really enjoy those movies also. And I saw The Whale, which is Brendan Fraser's return to acting in major motion pictures. And it was at Cannes and all that good stuff.
He won Best Actor, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was really, really good. I don't want to give away anything. Basically, it's him talking about obesity and about family and all this stuff. Solid movie. But then my other recommendation is, do you know who Genndy Tartakovsky is? The guy who made like Samurai Jack and
Oh. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, like his like animation. He's like he uses like animation that's like Cartoon Network standard level of animation, but treats it very much like a drama. Like Samurai Jack's the best example. And he has a brand new show that just came out, and it's called Unicorn Warriors Eternal.
Okay.
And it's really good. I'm like 4 episodes in. It's basically like kind of mystic reincarnation heroes mixed with steampunk.
What platform is that on? Is it Netflix or?
I'm watching it on HBO Max, but it's on Cartoon Network. It's airing on Cartoon Network, but there's some sort of agreement where I get to see it on HBO or on. It's now called Max actually, but.
Right.
Really good show. I'm really enjoying it. I highly recommend. Any new shows or television shows you want to talk about, Vespasian?
No, I've been on. Well, I'm getting excited for The Witcher season 3, which is coming out soon.
I actually need to catch up on season 2 now that you mention it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. The trailer looks great. And no, I've actually been trying to spend a little bit more time reading, painting. Been doing some hobbying. I put them out in the garage, but I've got some working on some stuff. So yeah, no, nothing that big as of right now.
Okay, no big deal. So yeah, hey, if you guys have seen those shows I'm referring to, let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any other cool suggestions, Vespasian and I are open to suggestions, to things to watch.
Definitely.
But we are here to talk about our battle reports. So we are on to round 4 of Silicon Hammer 2023 in San Jose, California. This is my battle. I'm sitting on 34 points, 34 I think it was, after 3 games. So I'm like a little above average. I'm like, this is feeling good. I'm okay. And I get paired into our good friend Luke, from the other guy from San Francisco, actually. And he's normally plays ogres, but he decided to move it on over to the Warriors of the Dark Gods, which is, everyone does it once in their life. This is Dawn Assault and Secure Target, but the extra special rule, I think it's called Traffic Jam. And you get to choose one unit of the opponent's army that has to come on as an ambusher that automatically comes on turn 2. that right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yes,
yeah.
I remember this. Yeah, correct.
I think this special scenario is a little rough on some armies, like, you know, like armies that have a Death Star, for instance. It's really kind of harsh on them, but MSU, it's not that big of a deal. It's interesting. Well, we played through with it. If you are interested in my list, please click the link right above my head. It'll take you directly to the round 1 video where we go over my list in a little more detail. But let's talk about Luke's list. Chosen Lord General, the trophy rask. He's on foot. Just a killy lord on foot. He's got the demonic wings, so he can like fly around. You don't see that very often in lists. Demonic wings.
Yeah.
And he's on.
Yeah,
Gluttony.
this is Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Right. This build where he, he's got the rerollable Dusk Forged, right, that bounces the spike shield hits back on a 1-up guy that you can hide in the unit. Yeah. The Banner of the Relentless Company is interesting. That guy's, I think, a 6'12", so it's just to like eke out those extra 3 inches.
I think it's to pop it when he's in the unit of just warriors for 1 turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's fair. That's fair.
Sorcerer Adept on Evo with Book. Sorcerer Adept on Alchemy on Foot. Essence Mitchell Pair Weapons, Magical Heirloom, Obsidian Rock. Then 24 Gluttony Warriors with Zealot's Banner. 8 Barb Horsemen. 5 Feldrakes. 10 Warrior Knights with Lances and Envy. A Forsaken one, a Giant with the Monstrous Familiar, a Chimera, and 5 Flayers. It's an interesting list. It's got it's kind of like a grab bag, kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't lean into like a particular skew, but it kind of takes advantage of all the different stuff. It's an interesting kind of like budget magic phase, right? The 2 adepts, but he's stacked a lot of extra spells on them, and he's got the monstrous giant too. Yeah, interesting. It's it's kind of a toolbox, so it doesn't jump out anything in particular.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list.
He's gonna have a tough time breaking your steadfast, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this is a decent list against me. He doesn't have a whole lot of magical missiles. I think this is a pretty fair matchup for me, so I'm okay with it.
Okay. Secure target, right?
Yeah. Secure target. So this was Dawn Assault, right? Yeah. So he chose sides. He decided to deny this corner, and I got denied the corner the way left, which means I chose to drop first. I think he dropped the token in the far right corner.
Okay.
And then I dropped this one.
Okay, yeah.
So I decided, since
we're gonna fight.
Yeah, I decided we're gonna fight, and then also this impassable terrain really just split my deployment zone. So I just picked a side, put both tokens on that side, and decided to just go for it. And he was limited in his deployment because he couldn't deploy in this corner area. That was my thought process. Yeah. So I dropped everything to go first. I got the skinks with magnetic bows vanguarded up to here. 1 block here, right in front of that impassable. It can easily turn to go right or go left, depending on how he responded in his deployment. Okay. 1 elder stick, 1 unit of hunters, another unit of hunters with the big old titanopod behind them. My other block, my 2 Taurosaurs on the far right with the Cayman elder stick behind them. My idea is just push my hammer units, which are the 2 Taurosaurs, as far as they can up into his flank up here, his exposed flank. Mm-hmm. He responded with the warriors on the far left. That's the Chimera, the red guy there. The Chimera, his giant, the Barb Horseman, the Forsaken one, the Feldrakes, and the flayers behind him. And I forgot here, see at the top here, this is the unit I'd made him hold back, which was the Warriors unit, and Rocket Man was in there, and his wizard that's on foot's in there. And he
Oh, and he chose to leave them
and he chose to
in
chose to leave them in there. I think he felt okay with it
he
because
didn't have to do that.
No.
He could have deployed them. Yeah.
but in reality, there's no other standard size units on foot for him to put those characters in, so he decided just to leave them out there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, and also when he comes on, he has the Band of the Relentless Company, so he can jump in there turn 2 and then march the next turn right into the middle of the game. And on my side, he kept the Thyroscutus herd out.
Got it. Okay, I was going to say, I feel like your army's missing something. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Also, honorable mention to, Luke has done a very thoughtful job of picking the models for this army, and it's a real grab bag. And he chose some really cool ones, like that Forsaken one is really cool. The Giant is awesome. He did a really nice job, I think, putting it together. I really like the Feldraft models too.
Yeah, those Feldraft models are pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I drop for first turn, so I get first turn. This is my movement. I basically get the magnetic bows into a spot to shoot at the Feldrakes and then run away when he charges me. Running my chaff up. I decide to move the Skaman block to the right into the center of the board because I wasn't sure what he was going to do with the Knights. I could have moved him further, but I wanted to try to fake him out to see if he wanted to try to go left or right. I don't know. I was just trying to hold him there, and I pushed on the right.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a traffic jam there around the house, anyways. So I guess it doesn't hurt much. Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, this unit is here to hold the side if he does come down with that Knight unit. So I'm okay with it.
Yep.
Let's see here. All right, so this is his turn 1. In my shooting phase, I think I knocked out 1 Feldrake with shooting.
It's not bad.
Shooting. I think I was with shooting and with magic, so fine. In his turn, doesn't charge anywhere, or did he charge? I can't remember. I think he actually might have. Yeah, he charged the Feldrakes into the Skinks. I fled. They had ended up here. Then he just fails charge on the hill here. He stays on the hill, which is nice. But then he rolls super high with his Forsaken one here, and it runs within it up to an. If he would have rolled one more, he would have made it into the Skinks here.
Oof.
So this is a bit of a weird.
That's a nail biter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. I mean, I could not charge him and then put both of the poison shots into him and hope I get some 6s, but I didn't feel confident about that. So what I decide to do, I'm sorry, and then in his movement phase, he just pushes up. He does push up with the Knights on the left. I have a chaff piece and the big Skaman block on the left, so I'm not too worried about that. And so what I decided to do is I'm like, this is a fun thing. I think this is the one time in the whole tournament I use the Stampede Resonator Crystal. I decide to charge the Titanopod into the Forsaken one's flank. Bam. Mm-hmm. And I think I wasn't sure I was, so I used the Stampede Resonator Crystal. Normally I cannot stomp this guy, but my stomps turn into impact hits. So I have 5d3, strength 6, AP2 impact hits on this guy.
Okay.
I felt pretty confident, so why did I do that? I put the Skinks in also, I don't remember why I did it.
Good question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You're really hanging it all out there. In this list? Isn't the Titanopod your BSB?
It is, but
okay.
But what I learned
what
I learned in a game before is he can flee. So my hope is I kill that thing. And I think I threw those Skinks in there just to get a few extra attacks and fish for that one more 6 if I don't make it, if I don't kill it. But I have to kill that thing, or then I get countercharged by the world and die.
The world, yep.
But okay. I think I could do it.
Okay. Saucy. right.
My Thyroscutus come on the board in the back here. I don't really push on the right because he's in a great position to zone me up on the hill with these Feldrakes, which is a little scary. So I just hold on the right, and then the left to counteract the Warrior Knights coming on the left. I just turn to face him down here with this unit. The skinks with bows that I rallied, I just move them here so they can take some pot shots at the giant. And yeah, the final result is, bam! I killed the Forsaken one. And I actually, the funny thing is, I rolled pretty poorly with impact hits, but then just the regular attacks from the Titanopod killed him.
Wow. Okay. I'd be interested on the math on that one. I don't think you get him on average.
Well, let's see. 5d3, so that's what? 10 impact hits on
10.
Wounding on 4s. It's 5.
5, and he's got a 5 up.
Saves one or two of them.
Yeah. Oof. That's right on the money. Okay. So he charges and you flee, basically.
And then, yeah, he charges with the Feldrakes. Yeah. I flee. And then he moves the giant up here. I don't remember what he did with the giant. Oh, he charges this unit here.
Yeah, he flees off.
And I flee, I think, off the board. I think that was my dumb mistake. I messed up the flee direction.
So now his Feldrax are giving up a flank to 2 Taurosaurs. Oof.
Yeah, but that's a really long charge.
Is it? Okay, all right.
Because the Taurosaurs are only movement 6, advanced 6. They are Swift Stride.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I
feel
feel like that giant might be in an awkward position.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then in my turn, bottom of 2. No, this was bottom 2. I don't know what turn we're on now. I throw the chaff piece up on the knights on the left. Turn to face with both of these units here. And then I just move both of my shooting units, which are the Thyroscutuses and the magnetic bows, to just obliterate the giant. That's the call.
Yep.
And of course I do rally the Titanopod.
So you're not really advancing on the right.
I'm not. And he definitely moved his Chimera over there to block me also.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your thinking as far as getting the objective though? Because this is your turn, what, 3, 4?
This is turn 3. Yeah.
Start getting a move on. Okay, fair enough. You got time.
And I turn everything on the left here to go deal with these knights. And then in my turn shooting, I obliterate the giant. Over here on the left, he decides not to charge with the knights and just backs them up because he didn't want the counter charge. On the right, what happened here? I stick with the hunters. Goodness me, I cannot remember why I did that. Yeah. Charge there. I have a flee path to go here. Why did I stick? I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, that seems like a weird call. All right.
Yeah. Again, he's triple march. He's doing exactly what I thought. He's triple marching with his big bad unit, with his characters in it, up over the hill. So now he has basically 3 scoring units near this center token, which is a little scary. What happens here? Then in my turn, he obviously blows through the skinks. I run through everyone. He overruns into my my skink block here, which is okay. That's not too bad. I take the chaff with my 2 Taurosaurs because he gave me about like a 10 or an 11 overrun into his Chimera.
Okay.
So I decided to take that. I'm gonna try to take the overrun. I'm probably gonna get countercharged by his big bad unit, but I'm okay with that because that's pulling that away from the token here.
Okay.
I rechaff on the left and I start pushing towards the center with this Skaman unit here to try to, in the ending turns, to try to threaten the center token. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And what's that unit back behind his big unit?
That's the Barb Horseman.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, so the thing is, the token on the far right, if I can overrun with either one of these Taurosaurs and make it into his Chimera and blow him up with impact hits, I can double march the Cayman stick on the far right and get the far end token because he doesn't have anything near it.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I was thinking. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't take the counter charge into the Feldrakes, which is again surprising for me. I don't know what I was thinking in this game. So over here on the right, exactly what happens, I do make one of them into his Chimera. It overruns in the Chimera, it's gonna blow him up, but he countercharges with his big bad unit into that Taurosaur. So it's gonna be a trade. I'm gonna impact, I'm gonna kill the Chimera, then he's gonna kill me probably.
Okay. And then overrun into the other Taurosaur?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's see here, then what happens? He finally takes the chaff on the left. So he blows up the chaff on the left. I take the opportunity to move towards the center token. I take the counter charge with my Titanopod into the flank of his elders, and then I'm thinking if I get the overrun with him into his big bad block, that was my game plan.
Yep. I like it. Those are just sword and board warriors, right?
Yeah.
So, but gluttony, so they're strength 5.
But
this Titanopod's gonna win you the game. I love it.
But he's got his crazy character in there, so I'm a little worried about that. And then my 2 shooting units.
He's just symbol of slaughter, so he's just strength 5 or 6. He's not particularly monster killy, I don't think.
Okay. And then
let's see it.
what happens is exactly what happens. I blow up the Feldrakes. I overrun into there. We do the combat with he does 3 wounds to my Taurosaur, and he does 1 wound to my Titanopod, and I kill a boatload.
Yeah.
He does stick though. He does stick.
Man, that is a lot of thunderstomps.
Yeah,
Holy.
exactly. That's
5d3 plus d6, strength 6 thunderstomps. Soul crushing. Okay, that's cool.
He turns his knights around to face the rear of my unit here. And I believe this is now... He moves his Barb Horseman back on the other side of the hill to threaten this token in the back here. Because at this point, I basically got this token, the center token.
Yeah.
And then if I remember correctly... So yeah, the next round of combat, he does really well over here. He kills my Titanopod, or my Taurosaur. And he does, 3 wounds to the Titanopod, but he's down to 1 row of guys. And I just turn around to face his knights. Even if he charges me, I'm gonna stick for 1 round of combat. The bottom of 6, so I'm okay over here on the left. But this is swingy over on the right. I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen. And what does happen is I kill the whole unit except for his characters. And he comes back on me with his crazy lord and he kills a Titanopod.
A real Cinderella story there. I thought the Titanopod was going to make it. Okay, fair enough.
But I did win the secondary. Because over here on the top you see the Cayman stick here, which is in 6 inches the token. He in the bottom of turn 6, he tries to go for a long charge with the Barb Horseman into the flank. Doesn't make it. I think he needed 11 or something. So I get both tokens. Win secondary.
Oh, so he doesn't try to go. Wow. Okay. So he could have just marched up and pushed it.
Yes, exactly. Well, I still would have won if he marched up and pushed it. I would have still had the secondary, the center token.
Right. Because you had the other one. Yeah.
So
okay,
he had to go for the charge, but he didn't make it. So I lost a Titanopod, which hurts. I lost both Taurosaurs. He got a big chunk of points out of me, but I got a big chunk of points out of him also. And it ends up being tied on points, and I win secondary at 13.
Wow, tied on points. I guess he's got the mages. He's got all his characters and the knights and the barbs alive. It's a decent whack. Okay, fair enough. Wow, interesting game. I feel like it. I feel like you took some big risks and they paid off. Yeah,
I was very pleased with myself taking this charge in the flank and overrunning into the flank of his big block. I actually did something right tactically, and I was pleased with myself. It was just a great game. I think it was well fought by both of us. Looking back, I mean, did I make any wrong choices? I mean, not really. I mean, there's nothing like I look at it like I can look back and see like maybe this was the wrong deployment. He dropped this token. I kind of had to go for it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that you called it out correctly that this particular scenario impacted him quite a bit more heavily than you, because I think if he just had that brick kind of on the hill and just marched it forward, 15 inches turn 1, it creates a bit of a problem for your list.
Yeah.
That being said, you do have, like Thunderstomps is a good way to take care of a unit like that. So, you have some answers to it. I think that Titanopod charge into the Forsaken one is I think quite a bit riskier than I think on average you don't do it.
Probably.
And then he just collapses on you in the center, which I think is a bit, gets a bit ugly for you. But
yeah, I thought it was just my best option at this point. I could have stepped up with 2 units of poison shots and the magnetic bow unit. That wasn't going to kill him, and then he has free reign to random move anywhere. That's what I was thinking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You gotta time up. I mean, creating a Forsaken one for your Titanopod BSB feels a bit risky, but I mean, you got the outcome, so it is doable. But I agree with you. Yeah, he could have caused you a lot of problems if he was sitting right there. I think the one thing was, did you not have the movement to move the Taurosaurs up out of line of sight of the Feldrax?
No, I didn't. I remember trying that because the Taurosaurs are advanced 6, but they're only March 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I was gonna say, I think the play to spread him out on the flanks, that would have been a good way. Yeah, I feel like I don't love the way that he used the knights. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I feel like you did box yourself in, and he has so many mobile monsters. It feels like he should have been able to take advantage of this situation a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to think a little bit about how that would have worked. But anyways, I mean, you got a good outcome. 13's a good win. I think it's a decent matchup for you. mainly because of that scenario. Because I think that one block is tough for you to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm sitting on like 48 or 49 points, which I'm pretty pleased with after 4 games. But next game will be your round 4. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.